Welcome to Workplace SOS. I'm Tara Marcus.
And I'm Evan Marcus.
And we're here to bring you a special edition of this series.
Yes,
and our topic today is, no surprise,
coronavirus anxiety.
Yes, yes.
And for those of you who are new, the Workplace SOS, it's a whole series we do to give you some strategies and tips to help alleviate and reduce stress and anxiety in the workplace. And we know a lot of people are feeling it because of this situation.
Yeah, so we thought we'd come on and just share this technique with you and apply it so that you might feel some benefit just right in this video, or that you'll be able to apply it going forward.
Yeah, or help people if you're leading people, or friends or colleagues, to help them as well.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you'll learn if you're new to this is, rather than using the method to handle the whole coronavirus anxiety, you start to learn to target very specific situations. And you can use the method each time one of these situations comes up. So the example we're going to give, and it may not be your exact example, but I bet you can relate to it. And so, Tara, what's the example that we want to give that happened to us today?
Yeah, so I got an email, and we had a retreat scheduled, and our client contact emailed and said, hey, we're postponing this. We're not sure what's going to happen with it. And it's all because of the coronavirus.
Got you. And so again, you might be able to relate. We're talking so many clients, someone head of HR, and someone's coming in their office and say, well, what are we doing as an organization about this?
Yeah.
Or trips being canceled, conferences being canceled. Do we work at home? I mean, there's so many questions.
Will school be let out? And what are we going to do with our kids?
On personal level.
Yeah.
And so as you listen to this, think about your own specific situation, but we think you'll be able to relate to it. So back to our situation again. Client we're working with, we're planning this retreat. We've been working on it for about 3 weeks, and out of the blue we get this call that it's off or postponed. So that's the situation. And again, it's important when you're using this method to get very discreet about what the exact situation is. The second step that we look at are the symptoms that you felt. And it's important to identify those. So for you, what were the symptoms?
Yeah. So the symptoms were, the thoughts I was having was, will this go back on? What's going to happen? So the unknown. Will other clients start canceling too, and our income is attached to this. So all of that, so on the thought side. And then just how my body felt, just maybe a little bit of breathless. I think my heart started beating a little faster.
Yep. And for some of you, for me, my symptoms tend to be, tightness in my throat. Some people get a lightheadedness, sometimes weakness in their legs, sweaty palms, sweating. So the symptoms can take...
Very personal to you.
Yeah, very personal.
Whatever triggers your body.
So that's the second step. And the third are what this is all about, these spots, these phrases. And again, if you're new to this is all about using a cognitive behavioral therapeutic approach, which looks at that it's our thought. It's not the situation. You can't change the situation of a client canceling or that the virus exists, but we can change how we react to it. And particularly, you start to learn it's the thoughts that we're having, and you don't even always hear them, that are triggering things in our body that create what we experience as stress and anxiety. But it's the thoughts.
Yeah. And why I like the third step, and the third step is
replacing the
negative thoughts with some more secure thoughts. I like that because you can't be in the drama of the situation and be self-reflective at the same time.
Right.
So it's also important when you share the situation, we say, retell it, don't relive it.
Correct.
So you sort of tell it in a factual sort of way, not with a lot of emotion.
Right.
And then the third step is when you look at it, then you start getting self-reflective, and automatically it starts working yourself down.
It's a good point about retelling the story. You don't want to start telling everybody. Every time you retell a story, you literally are working yourself up again. And when you start using hand gestures, like, oh my God, you can't believe what happened. Your voice.
Even if you're Italian.
All of that, what you don't realize is actually contributing to the anxiety and the stress. So you start to report it just like you did.
Yes.
So we're going to share 3 of these spots, these phrases that you can use. And you can just repeat these phrases over and over to yourself. Sometimes we say if 3 are too many, pick the one that you like. And the repeating of the phrase starts to help you work yourself down.
And by the way, these phrases, a sampling of these phrases are on our Mindset Mantra sheet. So there's a link below this video you can click on and get access to them.
Absolutely,
so you can have them handy for you.
So the first one we're going to talk about is calm brings calm. Let me repeat that again. The phrase is
first spot.
Calm brings calm. So do you want to talk a little bit about what that means?
Yeah, I just think, you know, it seems kind of obvious, but in any kind of, you know, I remember being a lifeguard and we had to, you know, give the definition of panic. And basically panic destroys a person's capacity for self-help. I still remember that from the test. And so calm brings calm. When you're in a situation, you want to maximize your capacity for self-help. So you want to bring, you know, and your emotional level down.
Yeah, and the way you do that, again, because this is a CBT approach, is you start acting more calm. You watch your voice. You start speaking in a more calm method. If you notice that you're, you know, going something like bouncing your leg, or you start to calm down your hand motions. Maybe you walk a little bit slower. You're working on your keyboard. You type a little bit slower.
You might breathe, you know.
Yeah, so in acting calm, even though you may not be feeling it at first, again, it starts to tell your mind to calm down, and you literally start to calm yourself down.
Yes.
Which is so much more effective than someone just saying calm down. It's like, how am I going to do that? Well, this is how you do it. You literally, with your voice, everything.
And intention.
You start to calm down. The second one we're going to be talking about is it's average to be uncomfortable in an uncomfortable situation. And what's important about, again, you can repeat that to yourself. It's average to be uncomfortable
now, Evan, what does that mean, it's average to be uncomfortable? Because that's like a foreign, if people don't understand this methodology and haven't seen these mindset mantras, what does that mean?
It would mean for the average person, for anybody, when you're in an uncomfortable situation, it would be normal to feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now, the reason this is important, because sometimes when you start feeling the stress, you do the opposite of the calm brings calm. You start to worry about the stress. You start to, like, work yourself up.
Yeah.
But when you tell yourself it's average, you don't attach danger to the feeling. You don't get worried so much about it. You're kind of calming yourself, like, okay, it would be average to feel this way.
Yeah, it makes sense with all these, you know, New Jersey's in a state of emergency.
Yeah.
So there is some things to pay attention to. And at the same time,
yeah, it would be average to feel this way. And again, it just helps you work it down when you go, okay, it's normal to feel this way. It's not dangerous. And the third one we're going to do is...
It's imagination on fire.
What great phrase, imagination on fire.
And, I caught myself in that one. So,
and in your example, the imagination on fire, it went from one call being, we're going to postpone this. And again, the imagination is a powerful tool. It starts to take off.
Yeah.
Oh no, what's going to happen to the rest of our clients? What's going to happen to our income? Will they ever do this again? Like, your mind starts working it up. And it isn't a terrible thing, but what's happening is you're actually pouring gasoline on the fire every time you start adding on to the story.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with this? Will we ever get back to work? What's going to have my income? You start...
The stock market.
Yeah, I know. It keeps going. And it's so easy to happen. It happens quickly. And part of what we learn with this, a lot of this is learning some self-discipline, that control
and turn
mind.
Off the news.
Yeah.
Like, don't feed yourself that.
Now we're going to give you a
bonus.
Yeah,
a bonus spot.
And that one is, we call it Take It in Part Acts.
It's the coronavirus bonus spot.
Yes.
Because I think we
Part
need
Acts. You keep telling yourself Part Acts. Okay. Part Acts. In this moment, it's about being in the present. All I got was a call. This guy needs to postpone this. Work in this moment. Deal with what's in front of you right now. Don't keep jumping ahead to everything else.
What do I need to do at this moment? What do I need to say?
Deal with this plan. Keep it in part acts.
Yes.
So these are the four, again, to remind you. Calm brings calm.
It's average to be uncomfortable in an uncomfortable situation. Imagination on fire. We can say it together. Imagination on fire and part X.
Yes. And again, as we said, you can repeat these to yourselves, and it's a very powerful step in doing this.
So we highly encourage you to download this this list. We encourage you to sign up on our YouTube channel or our LinkedIn page on Why Not Spot It. And, you know, ring the bell and you'll get some automatic postings from us. And you'll be able to join the Spot It community.
And please share this with any of your friends or colleagues who you think this might be helpful to.
So I'm Tara Marcus.
And I'm Evan Marcus.
And thanks for joining us here at Spot It.